Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate that. In your legal brief this morning, we're talking about domestic violence. And on average, listen to this, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner here in the U.S. And just last month, Governor Roy Cooper signed legislation that will help combat the domestic violence crisis right here in North Carolina. Amanda Cubitt, family law attorney with Sodoma Law and a member of the Mecklenburg County Domestic Violence Speakers Bureau, to talk more about the legislation. Amanda, nice to have you with us.
Good to be here.
Appreciate that. Help break down, because sometimes when we speak legally or certain laws, it's kind of hard to understand, but Bill S493, what is the purpose of this bill here?
So there are 3 changes to the current domestic violence statute that are brought with this bill. The first is that there's a 60-day review period for any defendant that is ordered to complete an abuser treatment program. So that's a common provision that's included in these domestic violence protective orders, but there wasn't prior enforcement mechanisms other than the victim himself or herself bringing it back before the court. The second change is that there is now a clarification on the expiration of the domestic violence protective order. There's a date in every domestic violence protective order of when it expires, but each county was kind of coming up with an own local rule of when within that day the order was expiring.
So this kind of clarifies that, so there's uniformity.
That's right.
There.
So now it's 11:59 p.m. on the stated date in the order.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, what's the third change?
So the third change is that there is uniformity, or there's clarification on what order takes precedence. So a lot of times, often in family law cases, you've got competing orders. So you've got the domestic violence protective order that may give possession of the house to one spouse or the other, or one partner or the other. And then you've got a family law order that may give possession to a different spouse.
Mercy.
Yes, or resolve it differently. So the second order in time is the one that's going to take precedent there.
It's clear that some of these issues, that these have been problems, which is why we needed some clarification. And this is hoping to, I know the end of July is when the governor signed it, and this should take effect the 1st of December.
That's right.
What are we hoping? What are some of these families that would be going through this? Have they been pretty vocal over the last couple of years, hoping for something like this? Going, we need more help on this, because now we're having more problems.
They have, absolutely. It's been the people who are seeing these problems in their day-to-day lives. It's the attorneys who are dealing with it in their cases and having to advise clients of their rights and responsibilities. And they brought it before the legislature, and thankfully we got some action.
Well, and it's enough that these victims are going through the physical and the mental abuse to now, once that has stopped, to continue with sort of almost like the legal abuse and confusion. That's just one more thing to add on to them.
Right. The clarification was absolutely needed.
If people have questions about this, whether it's at the start of a possible domestic abuse case and they don't know who to turn to, would you just recommend call an attorney? Just if you don't know where to go, just start somewhere and ask for help.
Absolutely, because these clarifications are going to have implications on your case and your rights and responsibilities, so it's important to educate yourself before you take that action.
Thanks for speaking out on this and helping us a little bit better with this bill. And like we said, it should take action December 1st of this year. Amanda Cubitt, thanks for your time today. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Good Day next.